What's up, guys? It's Drifts and Lifts here. So today I'm in Fountain Tire with my buddy James here, and we're swapping a clutch on Goldie. So I'm gonna go through like basically a step-by-step kind of how it's done. It's a really easy vehicle to change the transmission on compared to a lot of things. Yeah, my car I was doing pulls in second gear and third gear, and the clutch was just really slipping pretty bad. So we're probably gonna replace the flywheel too. So yeah guys, hope you like the video. I'm just gonna basically step by step how to change the transmission on a Volvo 740. Alright, so we're underneath the car here. It's really nice because we have a lift. If you're doing this in your garage, just jacking up your car, you gotta lay down. But it's doable. You can still do it like that. It's just a lot easier with a lift. So there's a couple things you guys gotta remove before the transmission's gonna be able to come out. So obviously first you're gonna get all the transmission bolts. So how many is there? There's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 I think. I think there's 8. But yeah, so you're gonna take all those. You can get to most of them from the bottom here. It's easier to get to from the bottom, but the ones up at the top by the distributor, just below the distributor, are going to be, you might wanna get them from the top. It's gonna make it a little bit easier. So yeah, we're gonna take those off. You're going to want to take off the drive shaft bolts. There's 6 of them. Okay, so yeah, you're going to want to take these 4 transmission mount bolts off. The 4 drive shaft center support bearing bolts. You're going to want to drop that drive shaft after you get all these off. That's going to allow room for the transmission to come out. Another thing I should note is up top, my car is gutted, so it doesn't have all the center console and stuff in the way. But what I did to just make it very quick is I kind of bent the top, the tranny tunnel up a little bit. I just made 2 slits and I bent it, so I don't even have to remove the shifter linkage or anything like that. I can just pull it right out as long as you leave the transmission in first gear. But it's up to you guys. I don't know, it's kind of the jankiest way to do it. Or you can go underneath there and take a little Allen key and remove the shifter linkage. Makes it a little bit easier, but so yeah. All right, so we have all the bolts removed from the bell housing to the engine, and we have the center support bearing removed. It just slides right off. It's sitting over there. So once you get those 4 bolts off and you remove the drive shaft, you can just tilt the drive shaft down and remove it. Very simple. So basically we just need to undo these ones, but first we're going to get a tranny jack underneath here, and then we're going to get it right up against it. We're going to undo the bolts here, and slowly we'll drop the transmission, tilt it back, which will allow us to remove it basically. So yeah. Okay, so the tranny mount bolts are removed. The transmission and engine are now tilted back. We got it on the tranny jack. We're going to lower the tranny jack ever so slightly and give a little bit of tension towards the rear. It's going to just pop the tranny out. Sometimes they might be stuck in there pretty good. I used to take maybe a flathead screwdriver or just kind of wiggle it around. It'll always come out. Yeah, so we're going to pull the tranny out and go from there. Actually, James just noticed right on the bottom of the bell housing, there's a perfect little input for a screwdriver. So that's the start of it. I think this one's going to come out really easy. Alright, so to change the clutch, you obviously got to take off the pressure plate. So there it is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bolts. And it's really shitty because they have the Allen key heads in them and they don't have an option to use like a socket or a wrench on it. So me and James ended up stripping 2 of them so far and having to use vice grips on it. But we got them all off, we're good to go. And just make sure you get some spare bolts in case you strip them, right? The same size and everything. So yeah, we're ready to take the pressure plate off as well as the clutch disc, and then we're gonna get to the flywheel and see what the condition is it's in, and then basically go from there. Okay guys, so we figured it's, do a little halftime show. We're about halfway done the job. So James is going to shotgun a beer. There you go, bud. Boom. And he poked it open with the screwdriver. Alrighty. All right, so we got the pressure plate out with the clutch disc. So holy, this clutch, no wonder it was slipping. So here's a comparison. So this one right here, is from the parts wagon, and it wasn't, it's pretty bad actually. There's not really much. Sounds pretty bad. As you can see, the clutch plate is kind of blue. There's a little bit of hot spots on it. Now here is the one we just pulled out, and it's fucking terrible. Look at it. There's hot spots everywhere you look. And there's the clutch disc. It's completely bald. So now here's my brand new pressure plate. Not brand new, I've already used it in the car. And I'm gonna say this right now, guys, I don't like the 6-puck with the heavy duty pressure plate with an M46 car. These transmissions, they're not strong enough to hold this. But I'm kind of broke right now, and I need to put something in that's gonna work. And I had this sitting around. I didn't have to buy it. So my options are either the stock clutch disc that's already worn out and this pressure plate. I can mix and match, but I think I'm just gonna go with the 6-puck, the M46 Destroyer clutch. Good pressure plate, good clutch disc. So there you go. All right, guys, so we got the flywheel off. I took those off. It took a little bit of prying to get it off, but really not bad at all. So yeah, check this out. This fucking flywheel that came out of here was just Haggard Garage. It was Haggard Garage. And then this one is like drifts and lifts. It's still kind of haggard because we didn't get to machine it, but at least it didn't have hectic like hard spots and blue spots and shit. And look at all like the clutch dust from the, oh, it's just terrible. It makes me cry. But yeah, so we're gonna throw this one in. We just like scuffed it up with a little not too sure the material. It wasn't sandpaper. It's like a little what's it called, James?
Composite plastic.
Yeah, composite plastic or some shit. But yeah, so we're gonna throw this flywheel in. Yeah, that's another thing I should mention, you guys. If you guys see these holes on the side are, oh, am I not filming? Oh, I am. My bad. These holes on the side are for the LH 2.4 crank position sensor. So when you put it on, there's one separation where the holes don't continue. Make sure you put that on how you pulled it off, because that's how the crank position sensor does its thing. And if you put that on wrong, your car's not gonna run. So yeah, we're gonna throw this in and then get to the next step. So we just brake cleaned the M46 and sprayed it off with a bunch of water. I guess that's what we sprayed it off with. Yeah, so make it look a little bit better. Yeah, you may as well clean it while it's out. You're never gonna get a chance to clean it this good, everything off. So there you go. One thing to note is take your throwout bearing, remove the throwout bearing from the tranny before you brake clean it and stuff, because that'll mess up your throwout bearing. And usually if you buy a clutch kit, they should come with one. But in this case, I just had the pressure plate and the clutch disc sitting in my garage, so we're putting that in. I don't have a replacement throwout bearing, but using the old one should be fine for now. All right, guys, so we got the flywheel back on. We made sure that these holes were lined up exactly how we had them before. The space where there is no holes for the crank position sensor. Yeah, so we're cleaning it up with brake cleaner. You want to make sure you tighten all these flywheel bolts in a star pattern, so across and back and forth. And yeah, you want to tighten them to 50. We did it to 53 foot-pounds roughly. The manual says 50, but we spent a couple extra just for good measure. Make sure you put Loctite on there, because the last thing you want is a flywheel coming off when you're driving. Yeah, so we are gonna put the clutch on now. Okay guys, I'm really sorry. We got a little carried away and I forgot to film a step. But the step I missed was basically putting the pressure plate and clutch on. So you're reassembling it just like you took it off, just the reverse way. But the only thing is you guys need a clutch alignment tool. So we made our own, just look up on the internet clutch alignment tool, how that works. That'll be a lot easier than me explaining. But yeah, so once you get the clutch aligned and the pressure plate bolted to the flywheel, basically then you're ready to slap the transmission in. And me and James here, we got really lucky. it lined up with the pilot bearing first try, and the splines lined up with the clutch. So I'm really pumped about that. Sometimes it can be a huge bitch, like lining it up, but this one miraculously seemed to have gone in first try. So now what we're gonna do is basically a reassembly of all the stuff that we took off. So, sorry.
And like we've got this sitting almost perfect. Like I'm able to just
fuck yeah,
right
perfect. All right, so yeah, bolt up all the bell housing bolts. Then once you're done that, go ahead and lift the transmission up and bolt the transmission mounts to the body. So that's gonna, you know, align the engine and transmission upright like it should be. And then once you're done that, you can start putting on the center support bearing, drive shaft, bolting that up, and oh, and then one more step actually. I think I forgot to mention, guys, I may have forgot to get this step, but this is the slave cylinder. So all it is held in by a snap ring on the Volvos, and it just slides out of the transmission. See, that's where it sits in, and it's basically gonna pull the clutch fork here, or it's actually gonna push the clutch fork because it's a hydraulic one. So yeah, it's really easy to put back in. You just use snap ring pliers, and that's basically all there is to putting it back together. Alrighty guys, so we have all the bell housing bolts mounted up. We got the tranny mount mounted up. We got the drive shaft bolts in, and we got the center support bearing mount mounted up. I think we're ready to load this thing on the ground. Oh yeah, and we also got this in too. That's a really crucial thing, obviously. So everything's tight. We just need to get the top two bolts from the top of the car, and fuck, there's a clutch job. It's really not too difficult, eh? Alright guys, so everything's bolted up. The car is now on the ground. So here's like the last thing. You just want to put all the bolts back in here with this plate on top. It slides over top of here and then underneath there. And I think that's it. Alright, so the clutch job is complete. We got the 6-puck in. Total working time, I think it took us about, we were fucking around a lot, but probably 2.5 hours all said and done. So it's, you know, with the lift it makes it a lot easier. I have tackled one on my back and it wasn't super fun, but it's still doable. Easy tranny as far as, you know, compared to a lot of cars go. But anyways guys, hope you liked the video. Now I'm going to be able to start putting some power down through this thing instead of having the clutch slip. So I'm going to be putting my T3, T4 turbo, IPD turbo cam. I need to get some bigger injectors for it. I got a better front mount intercooler for it. That's basically all. So then we're gonna crank the boost up and hope that the transmission doesn't explode. I'm hoping for like 240 wheel horsepower. That'd be pretty sweet. So hope you guys liked the video. Like and subscribe for cone-shaped Volvo titties. Peace out, guys.